This is our third video from SportsmenTakeAction.org. We're going to talk about the RAM Power Snare. Hits like a battering ram. If your dog gets caught in one of these, it's pretty much lights out. This is also a type of snare that the DNR in 2014 is going to allow on our walk-in access hunting program. Last 3 years, 2011, 12, and 13, the hunting and trapping regulations said trapping was not allowed. The DNR is now reversing their printed policy as we understood it as hunters. And now we're going to allow landowners and anyone from the public, the landowner gives permission to trap these lands with virtually any type of trap, now allowable on private land. As you see by the sign, there's a hunter, a dog, and a shotgun. But now the DNR is really changing the whole complexion of the program. Never was intended to be a trapping program. Well, let's look at these battering rams, or this ram snare. What we have here is a snare. It's attached to a 2-foot-long spring. Well, actually, this one is the mini snare. This one is actually designed for raccoon, mink, and fox primarily. This one has approximately a 1.5 foot high spring, high tensile steel. You'll see by the coiled spring here. And that is doubled in half with a mechanism that will let it go. And then there's a snare attached. So once the animal gets its head in this along a trail, typically they're put, then it will release the mechanism and it will actually be rammed with this spring, pulling that snare tight right next to its head. In the bigger snares, the springs are so strong, it may even knock out the animal or really daze it. We'll give you an example of how this works. Here's the animal's head. You'll see what happens. That is closed right down on the animal. Here's the bigger version for coyote. That one is 2 feet high. Full extension would be 4 feet long. And of course, when that one extends out, it's lights out. We have to keep the DNR from using these different types of snares. These are the smaller spring snares. They're also lethal. Of course, the Kona bears we talked about in another video. And then also now the dog-proof, but actually tongue-catching traps, tube traps. The Minnesota DNR is planning in the fall of 2014 to allow snares, dog tongue catching tube traps, and Kona bear bodies traps, grip traps, to be used on walk-in hunting lands. This is a program with a very high usage of hunting dogs. The DNR has adopted a tough luck policy towards any hunter, dog, or child that might get caught in these unforgiving traps. Since the DNR has dug in their heels, will not change their tough luck policy. It's now up to us, hunters and dog lovers of Minnesota, to ask the Governor Dayton to overrule the DNR on this public safety issue. We are SportsmenTakeAction.org, SportsmenTakeAction.org. Here's how you contact the Governor. Governor Mark Dayton, 130 State Capitol, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55155. Metro area, 651-201-3400. Outstate, rural, 800-657-3717. Please contact Governor Dayton now. We cannot let the DNR change the regulations in 2014 and allow our dogs to be killed and hunters and their kids to be injured by these traps. Thank you so much.